Hi, this is Seth Warning, and welcome to another AFI 100 Greatest American Film List Review. Today, we are going to talk about Tootsie. Tootsie is a 1982 Dustin Hoffman film, which comes in 60 seconds on the 1998 list and 69 in 2007. This film was a sensation. It was the second highest grossing film of 1982, and it really looks 80s, so if you're in the mood for an 80s film, this is a good one to see. Now, I just did a review on Eddie Hall, which was talking about a male voice and people having personality problems and neuroses, and this film I find has a lot of the same issues. It's about an out-of-work actor who is stubborn and forceful, and this makes him not be eligible for work because no one wants to work with him. So what he does is he goes up for a part dressed as a woman, and he gets the part, and he becomes this big feminist sensation on a soap opera, and he has to reconcile eventually with the fact that he is actually a man. I don't think they were talking about, transvestism or cross-dressing, which is a totally different issue. They were talking about a desperate actor trying to get work. And it's funny, Roger Ebert, in his review, said it was a kind of movie that they used to make in the 40s. And after reading that, I would have to agree with, putting my own biases aside. It's like It's a Wonderful Life, where it had funny parts, it's serious parts, and touching parts, all within the same movie. Because Tootsie became a firebrand of what the housewives or female viewers of this soap opera were feeling, how men didn't respect them, and here was this average, less than average looking female going, "You will respect me as an equal, and you will not call me honey, sweetie, baby, toots. My name is Dorothy Michaels." Dorothy Michaels was Michael Dorsey's character, Tootsie. It just resonated for them. But also, I find that Michael Dorsey's character and or Dorothy Michaels are not self-aware. They exist in the same body, but they're two separate entities, because on one hand, Michael Dorsey slept with his friend, who is another out-of-work actor, and he knew that she wasn't secure enough with him breaking up with her, so kind of let her on, and as Tootsie, he's saying these things like, "You will not leave me on, you will not treat me like a second-class person. I am a real person, you will refer to me by my real name." And yet, in his life as outside the character, he was doing the things that he was yelling at the director of the sitcom for doing. So, I guess all of us are a little self-unaware. We'd like to be the best version of ourselves, but that doesn't always ring true. So, And I thought there was a little subtext of being in 1982 that feminists are ugly. Because they even said it in a piece, the director, Dabney Coleman's character said, oh, feminists are ugly. And that's true if you're a man dressed up as a matronly woman. You're not a fashion model, you're not a real woman at all, you're just a facsimile. So it all boils down again to looks for women. And this film, and I think even today we experience lookism. I get it, but nowhere near as bad as women do. Women get it far worse because just our society has gone too much past women are to look at, male gaze type of thing. And in school, I had cerebral palsy, and I was one of the only people in school with physical disability. And my friend from the same town, her name is Jody. She has cerebral palsy too, but I think her cerebral palsy is less encompassing than my particular version of cerebral palsy. Because she speaks perfectly clearly where I have a slight speech impediment. But she got picked on way more. I never got picked on because I have the personality and I'm saying hi to people, how you doing, every single day. Granted, she didn't have the personality I have, but she is not ugly. She's actually pretty. But, women are supposed to be perfect, and she's not perfect because no one's perfect. And I always felt badly for her because here I am, my head even tilts off to one side, right? And sometimes my voice, I walk differently, my arm is gimpy according to Janel. And, she didn't have any that, and she got it worse than me, which I hate. I hate it. And I see whenever in the media, on Facebook, everywhere, whenever you want to discredit a woman, you call her ugly, or, you cast suspicion on her sexuality, or, whether she's a whore. You can't call a man a whore, but you can instantly undermine a woman with that word. Because a man will go, whatever, and still we have these 1950s expectations, and it's 2018. So what we have to try to do is try to treat women a little better, more like men or everyone else. Women have faults, I have faults, you have faults, we all have faults, and just not make that a capital issue. This way, if you're not reading into Tootsie the way I read into Tootsie, with the lens of this is, 36 years later, it's a funny show. You would like it. Dustin Hoffman does a really good job. He didn't win an Oscar. Harry Gar and Jessica Lange were up for our Oscars. Jessica Lange being the woman he ends up with after he lies to her about his sexuality. He's not Tootsie, he's Michael. And I don't know if he's self-aware enough to change, treat women better and not run them around. Because it's got the exact same scene as Annie Hall when the two of them were walking down a street in New York. That's one of the reasons why I paired them together. I think it was drawing it to the 80s. Got the 80s flashback, man. It's really fun and lighthearted if you don't go deep like me. And Dustin Hoffman is a hell of an actor. You know, he's really good. If you like this film, like, subscribe, comment, tell me I'm, way off and women are, better than what we make them out to be or something. And I hope you have a nice day. Until next time.